Hi, I'm Holly White, your elementary director.
And I'm Sheila Richards, your assistant director.
And together, as your administrative team here at Piedmont Community Charter School,
our main priorities are the education and safety of all of the children here at Piedmont. Kindergarten parents, you may walk your children to their rooms the first 2 days of school only.
Starting on Wednesday, please make sure you are following the traffic pattern and dropping your children off in the back lot.
Parents, after you've dropped your child off, if there is anything you have that needs to be delivered to the classroom, please bring it through the front office.
If you are planning on staying in the building, please make sure you have your driver's license so that we can scan it through the lobby guard. This will apply for reasons such as coming in to volunteer, chaperoning on a field trip, having lunch with your children, or even if you come for a conference. Many of you already know the importance of the first 20 days of school. For those of you who don't, I'd like to share some important information with you. The first 20 days of school is how our school receives its funding, with the most important day being that very first day of school. Please plan all doctor visits and trips outside of the first 20 days of school. This is so important because this is how we receive our funding.
Morning drop-off begins at 7:30. Our instructional hours are 8 a.m. to 2:45.
For those of you who have children at both campuses, we will open our main front doors at 7:15 a.m. Please notice the following in this morning drop-off video. The students you are about to see are in dress code bottoms, dress code tops, and they both have on their closed-toed shoes with their shirts tucked in neatly. They are prepared for their instructional day by having all of their supplies, their lunch, and they are walking properly and on time into the school building. Having a smile on their face is a sign that PCCS is a great place to be. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Ms. White.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I love your dress code today. I love how you're in a red polo shirt, tucked in with your navy bottoms and closed-toed shoes.
Thank you, and I have my lunch.
Wonderful, so you don't have to worry about not having one today.
No, ma'am.
Do you have your book bag?
I do have my book bag.
All of your supplies?
All of my supplies.
How about your laptop?
It's charged into my backpack.
Is it in a padded case?
Yes.
Wonderful, that's exactly how they should be.
Oh, and Ms. White, I'm going home today with my younger cousin.
So that means you'll be picked up in the back lot today,
Yes,
not in the front lot?
Yes, ma'am, out there.
Wonderful, okay. Did your mom send a note into the teacher or an email?
She emailed yesterday.
Okay, that's great, that's very important.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
When you are dropping off your children for school, please make sure they arrive early enough so they are in their classrooms before the 8 a.m. bell. If they aren't, they are considered tardy. For safety reasons, if you will be tardy, your parents must walk you in, sign you in, while you walk to class. In your orientation packet, you will find a copy of our traffic pattern that was created by the Gastonia Police Department. Notice the way the cars are traveling. If you are being dropped off or picked up in the front or the back, everyone follows the exact same traffic pattern. This is for the safety of everyone.
During dismissal, it is very important for you to remain in your vehicles while following the traffic pattern. For those of you who need to walk up to pick up your children, please make sure you wait until they are all seated outside and you communicate with the teacher that you are leaving with your child. This is just for the safety of everyone.
It's 6:30. Time for Mrs. White's Sunday night phone call. Hello?
Good evening, Patriot families. This is Mrs. White calling with your Sunday night phone call.
Every Sunday night throughout the school year at 6:30 p.m., your phone will ring with a message from myself, Mrs. White, with all of your upcoming information that you would need to know. If you have children at the secondary campus, you will receive a phone call from Mrs. Friend at 7 o'clock p.m. Please listen to them both as they contain different information.
So, Mrs. Richards, some families may be wondering, what is the difference between the Common Core State Standards and Core Knowledge?
Core Knowledge is the curriculum we use here at Piedmont to incorporate our state standards. And it is more rigorous than the state standards from North Carolina.
What do you mean more rigorous? What are they learning in kindergarten, say?
Well, generally the Core Knowledge curriculum is 3 years more advanced than a traditional public school. Kindergartners are learning about weather and seasons, and they're using their CKLA program to incorporate a lot of the science and social studies.
Are they doing that now in first grade as well this year?
First grade is we have adopted the first grade CKLA program. So our kindergartners last year have rotated up to it this year.
I cannot wait to see all the amazing things that will come this year. Some parents have asked me, what is spiraling? We talk about core knowledge spiraling. What does that mean?
Spiraling means they're introduced in the lower grades to a topic, such as, for instance, astronomy in first grade. And then they'll hit it again when they get to third grade, and then they'll hit it again when they get to sixth grade, building that rich foundation of that concept.
And I think one of the greatest things that we have here at Piedmont that deals with core knowledge is that each grade level celebrates their core knowledge, and we have their core knowledge nights where they put that performance on, celebrating and sharing everything that they have learned.
And just from this past year, the kids are really excited
They are.
show what they have learned.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What is MAP testing?
MAP testing is measuring academic progress, and it's a digital assessment program that we use through NWEA. We have 3 tests that we give 3 times each year for grades 2 through 8. We have the reading test, the language usage test, and we also have a math test.
What do teachers do with the results?
Well, they're able to measure growth, and we calculate growth from the fall through the spring. And once those results are populated into the system after each test, Compass lessons are automatically assigned on the computer.
When can the children do Compass lessons?
They can do those lessons at any time. They can do them in the summer, they can do them while they're at school, and they can even do them after school.
The remainder of this video will summarize the contents of your orientation packet. Some need to be signed and returned, others you keep at home for your reference. Our yellow cards are extremely important, especially when it comes to allergies and emergency contact information. Please complete front and back, top and bottom for each child you have at Piedmont. This is the traffic pattern created by the Gastonia Police Department. Please make sure you follow the arrows in the morning and in the afternoon. Grades K2 are dropped off and picked up in the back and 3-5 in the front. However, if you are a 3-5 student with a K2 sibling, you are all dropped off and picked up in the back. For faster afternoon pickup, please make sure your child's name, grade, and teacher is displayed in every car window that will pick up your child for the entire school year. Here is the 2015-16 school year calendar. This is your transportation form. This tells us how your child gets to and from school, whether they are a car rider, van rider, or walking. If they are walking, please complete this release of responsibility that tells us where they walk to and from each day. Here is the Student Code of Conduct for students at Piedmont. We expect students to behave accordingly while they are at school or any school-related function. Here is our bullying, teasing, harassment policy. We do not tolerate such behavior. Here is the dress code for the elementary. Remember, the dress code on the elementary campus differs from the one on the secondary campus, so please make sure to save this one for your reference. Here is the policy on administering medications while at school, and guidelines on returning to school after your child has an illness. Here is your student, parent, teacher expectations so that we all have a successful school year. We have a no smoking policy. Here is our arrival, tardiness, and attendance policy. A form for you to read if you decide to chaperone a field trip. Grades 4 through 5 have lockers without locks, so please read, complete, and return this form. Then the paper explaining the importance of the first 20 days of school.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Wyatt, the Title I coordinator here at PCCS. We are a targeted assistant school, which means that we serve about 50 children who need extra help in reading. And this program is federally funded. I am looking forward to meeting with the families that I will be working with this year. Thank you. Have a great day.
At PCCS, we offer many opportunities for educational experiences with the scheduling of events and field trips, and even offer the occasional hot lunch. There may be other times where payment is needed for items. Please respect the fact that PCCS employees cannot take money in the traffic line or in any other environment other than receiving it in an envelope in the child's folder. Money will not be accepted in the front office at any time. Also, please make sure to send exact change because we cannot make change with other people's money, nor do we keep money around to provide change. Also, with regards to money, Please make sure that you pay close attention to the deadlines listed for the date money is due for field trips or on other forms where there is a due date for money. The deadlines are in place because of the agreement they have with the local businesses or sites where the field trip takes place. The money must be turned in that morning in an envelope in your child's folder. Remember, we cannot accept it in the car line or in the office throughout the day, so this is the only way to turn in money by the deadline. Thank you very much, and we hope you've enjoyed this year's orientation video. If you are in grades 3 through 5, please remain seated for the digital orientation.